Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imani and I love all things planner and self-care related. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new content. I think today is the first day in a long time that I've actually filmed in front of the camera. But I did just want to come say hi and thank you so much to each and every one of you for the support that you have shown me year after year. I'm so grateful for you all, and I'm really excited for what the year has in store as far as content's concerned, my personal life, so many great things coming up. So stay tuned. This week is the start of a new series on my blog called All Things Planner and Self-Care Related. So be sure to check that out. I will post a link to the blog when it's live, so be sure to stay tuned for that. This is a very exciting video for me. I'm finally going to show how I've been using the wedding planner that I purchased. I didn't think I was going to use it, and surprise, I'm using it. So never throw anything away. That's why, like, sometimes I think about giving things away, but I don't make the decision because sometimes I change my mind. So I'm really excited to kind of peel back the layer there and show how I've been using it and how wedding planning is going. And then, of course, as usual, we're going to plan for the upcoming week, which is like the last week in January. Phew, mind blown. And mine is definitely blown. So, as always, I want you to plan with me. So grab your planner, grab your favorite beverage, grab your favorite pen, your pen pouch, and let's plan. I want to start with kind of the flip through of the wedding planner. So this is the wedding planner from Erin Condren, and I definitely purchased, I think it was the 18 month that I did. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's 1, 2, 3. So maybe I did like the 15 month or the 18 month. Yeah, I think it's the 18 month. Overall, this is just way too many tabs. I am kind of doing things last minute because we've gone back and forth on whether we want a wedding or just a reception. Do we want a big celebration, a small celebration? I finally think we made a decision. But of course, because it is sort of last minute, we're like 6 months away, I'm not going to use the entire planner. But I do appreciate the fact that they give you options on how many months you want in the wedding planner itself. So this is what the inside looks like, and to be very transparent, I don't even use any of this. I wrote our names and the date here, and then we just hop right in. What I do love about the options with Erin Condren is that they do give you, I think it came for free, like these labels here. So the planner itself is undated. You can start any month that you want. I started in January because that's when we kind of made the decision about what we wanted to do in July. Here is the layout of the month. So, like I said, it's undated, and I actually did not use the date circles here, but I'll turn to February and show what the stickers look like for the dates. But I love that it's undated. You can start whenever you want. As you can tell, I haven't been tracking as much, so let me go through and just kind of get rid of these as we're chatting. But I really like this, and this ruler came with it too. The space is huge. There's more than enough space to write exactly what you need to write. Let me get these crossed off. And then there is ample space on the right here to do what you need to do. I will just note that I wrote this acronym not thinking about another use of that acronym. That stands for Save the Dates. So I wanted to make sure I was tracking that because as soon as we execute everything, those Save the Dates needs to go out immediately. So once you turn the page from the monthly view, this is the view that you get. So there's space for to-dos, there's your partner's to-dos, you have some boxes for planning goals, important dates or deadlines, and how we're having fun. We aren't having fun, we're stressed. But as you can see, a lot of this is just like random notes. Ian and I have been meeting weekly to just kind of figure things out, like who we want as a photographer, who do we want as the DJ, and just doing different calls to limos and other, well, not really a limo because I feel like a limo's outdated, but we're doing calls to sort of those car services that could provide transportation for ourselves and the wedding party. So some of those notes are here. Stuff about the honeymoon is right here. And then this is kind of a layout of what we think the night will look like. We're not sure whether we want to do a bunch of photos before, after, I don't know. All of that is just, we're winging it here. So I did write a to-do list here, and then here's Ian's to-do list. As you can see, we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. And this is not even the bulk of it because there's still so much we have to do. Like, we have to make the decision about the menu. We need to figure out what we want to do for desserts. Because fun fact, I don't eat cake, so we're not going to have cake. Everyone's going to be fine with that. But I think the venue has really good options for desserts. So we might do the option that allows us to have the most variety. So there were brownies there, cookies, cannolis, puff pastries, cheesecake. So I like that option. So then that way we get a little bit of a lot, or a lot of a little bit. We get a lot of options, although they'll be like smaller pieces. So on the back here, you do get another note sheet. And again, I was listing the things that we need to pay for. So the save the dates, the invitations, the decor, the DJ, bridesmaids dresses. I crossed that out because I didn't think I was going to do bridesmaids for a while. And then I'm like, okay, no, we're definitely doing them. So I need to add that back. You have the DJ, the photographer, and the venue and the food. So those are the things in general I think that we'll need to pay for. And I forgot the car service. See, we're roughing it, but it'll be okay. I'm really glad that I purchased this planner, even though planning has not turned out how I thought it would turn out. And that's not a bad thing. It's just you plan and things happen, right? I definitely need something like this to keep me accountable. So I do just want to flip to February, even though we're not in February yet, so I can show you what the dot stickers look like. And those came with the planner, so I really do appreciate that. That way I didn't have to write each and every date, but it's cute. This is rose gold, and I think the other options are gold and silver. I just chose rose gold. And then it's the same layout. So it's pretty simple. There's not a lot to it, but it's just enough to give me something to jot down ideas and jot down, to-do lists and different brainstorming sessions that Ian and I will have. So then that way everything is together when it needs to be. In conjunction with the paper planner, I am using Notion a lot as well. I will show that one day. I actually don't have my iPad anymore. I gave it away. So I primarily use Notion on my desktop, also my laptop. So I can't really show it unless I show you my laptop. So maybe next time I'll show you how I'm using Notion and this paper planner to kind of get things together. So this list might not seem exhaustive, but that's because Notion has so many lists and sub lists and brainstorming sessions, quotes that we got from different car services. So a lot to do, a lot to plan, but there's nothing too hard that a planner, both paper and digital, can't fix. It feels somewhat strange to be planning for February when we have an entire week left for January, but we started new inserts for this upcoming week. The week of, like the 27th or 28th of January starts in a new planner month. So it's within February's like planner layout, at least for cloth and paper. So I'm like, okay, I might as well plan on the monthly admin too. I don't know. It definitely feels a little early, but it is what it is. For this planning session, I am using this pen. I think I've used this on this channel before, but again, this is linked in my Amazon storefront and it's one of my faves. So what I am going to do is just take a few moments to pull up my digital planner on Google Calendar and then get to planning the month of February. Of course, I am that person who likes to coordinate holidays and highlighters in any way that I can. So I'm going to test these two. I think this one is more peach than pink, but we'll see. That's pretty pink, peachy in a way. And that one almost looks purple. Oh, this is a hard choice. I think I'm going to lean towards this one because it is a little bit more red than this one, at least to me. I'm not a color theorist though, so I might be wrong on that front. I'm going to highlight all of the important dates. As you can see, there's a lot going on that first full week of February. Oof, I know it's busy at work too, so it will be somewhat of a stressful month, but at least we have some time off for President's Day, which I think is the 20th. When the heck is President's Day? Oh, I have the holidays turned off on this calendar, so I have no idea when President's Day is. I thought it was the 20th. I could be wrong on that front. I actually am going to leave the task section blank because, again, we have a full week of January left, and I don't want to write anything here quite yet. I want to wait until we get a little bit more accomplished, and then that way I'm not wasting space on things that I accomplished this last week of January. So we're going to leave that blank, and we can definitely fill that out next week. But what I am going to do is get March written down. Now, let's see. Okay, I don't have a green highlighter. Green definitely gives me March vibes, but what we're going to do instead is something different. Let's push ourselves. Well, that March looks terrible. It's what it is, though. Honestly, like I'm not gonna push it. To do list. Okay. Maybe we'll just highlight the to-do list part green. That looks teal almost. I need to get more highlighters in sort of the holiday colors, so then that way I won't have this predicament, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna write a few things that I know are coming up in March. Okay, we do have a few things going on in March. There's definitely birthdays. The venue that we are using for the reception is doing a food tasting in March. I know we'll have to go to that. And there's a couple more things. I think we have a birthday party to attend that's not this person's birthday too. So a lot going on in March. But hopefully the weather is cooperating by then, because right now it certainly is not. The next insert for the planner will be this project insert. Someone asked me, how do you deal with the dates only fitting on one side? I just turn it around. I just don't show that on camera because it's repetitive, but I just use the back side. It's unfortunate because you really can only use one sheet per month that way, but at least both sides are being used rather than what I typically do sometimes, which is right on the front, but not always on the back. It's definitely not my favorite thing about the insert, but this is by far my favorite insert to use for those habit tracking to-dos, so it is what it is. I do want to write self-care here. And then I want to write February. I don't know if February is going to fit. Let's just write Feb. Feb is good. Alrighty. I am not going to fill out the entire... Well, I'll just fill it out. And if February started just a few days earlier, let's see, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, if it started on a Monday, we would have only had to use this front side of the planner insert, but that's okay. It's almost starting towards the end of the week, but it's all good. It's all good. I wrote down a few of the habits that I know for sure I'm going to want to carry over into February. I do want to leave space for any additional habits that I want to start tracking in February based on the progress that I made in January. To be very transparent, I've been struggling with 80 ounces of water. So I actually decreased that goal because what I've been doing is pretty consistently getting around 50 ounces of water. So I'm hoping to increase that to 60. And I want to start tracking no spend. Again, I kind of track it daily depending on the days that I go into the office, but I like to have it here as well. I laugh to myself because I'm looking and thinking, wow, it's Groundhog Day already. I don't think that thing has ever been accurate in my short time on this earth, but I always love to see it and laugh at it anyway and see how wrong it is from year to year. Now, there's definitely a lot going on this week. Let me pull it up on my calendar as well. There's just a lot to do, y'all. A lot to do. Okay. We do have some events this week and an appointment, so I want to get that written down here. The event in the middle of the week is on Wednesday, so let's write that. Where do you want to write that at? Let's write it up here. So I wrote down the two sort of bigger events and appointments this week. There is definitely a lot of work stuff going on that I can't write down here, but trust me, believe me, I have that written down in my work planner. And the other big thing that I actually forgot is that we have our venue payment due on the 29th for the wedding, so I do just want to write that down. Okay, I don't know why I wanted to write it up there. It's something different, but I like it. So I am going to pull out this highlighter. I've been obsessed with browns, and that has no sign of slowing down, unfortunately. So if you're bored with all my beige, I'm so sorry. I just really love this color. I love these shades. They're super just calming to me. And I wanted to get all the reminders highlighted so that way they jump out on the page. And I actually am going to use this for highlighting the week as well. Perfect. Next up, I do want to write a to-do list for this upcoming week. I know exactly what I need to get done, so that's helpful. Perfect. So the to-do list for this upcoming week is finished. I did decide to use a different shade of beige just to change things up, but I'm laughing and you can probably hear the laughter in my voice because I don't know what it is. It just has me in such a strong chokehold that I'm actually really happy for February. I love pink. So I will definitely be using new colors. Definitely excited for that. The last thing I wanted to do was write a to-do list for Monday the 27th. I know what I need to accomplish tomorrow, and Mondays I usually try to keep it a little easier anyway because it's the first day of the work week. It's back to work. Sometimes I need a little downtime after transitioning to work mode, Imani, and just the amount of like mental brain power that I use. I usually don't accomplish much on Monday, but I know if I do have the strength, there are a few things I want to accomplish for sure. Here is the final layout for this week. I'm definitely excited to just mark things up. Trust me, by the time Thursday rolls around, you will definitely see the most random to-do list, sticky note with some random thought or idea that I had just stuck everywhere. That has just been how busy things are between the board stuff, wedding planning, work responsibilities, just showing up in, my personal life, right? Like it's a lot going on. So shout out to planning for just keeping things at least tolerable so I'm not miserable. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Of course, if you have any questions about the products you see me use, you know that you can ask. I'm definitely happy to share the knowledge, information's link, whatever you need. Have a great week and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.